Welcome to another video from Jackson's Jolly History Walks. Today we are in the magnificent town of Windsor, and we're going to start this video off on the Long Walk. Got the castle just behind me. And interesting facts about the Long Walk at Windsor: it was actually laid down by King Charles II. All the trees around the Long Walk, we're going to try and make our very way to the end. Not sure if we can do it, but we're going to try to, because we want to get to the statue of King George III, the Mad King, which is at the end of the Long Walk, and look over Windsor. But there's going to be plenty of interesting, fascinating history facts. It's more than just a castle, Windsor. The castle is brilliant, but it's just more than just a castle. And we're going to take you on a bit of an adventure around Windsor. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button if you're new around here, and follow me on Instagram, Jackson's Jolly History Walks. Got my lovely wife that's helping me film throughout the weekend whilst we're doing this. But yeah, sit back and enjoy a Jackson's Jolly History Walk tour of Windsor. So we're starting this video off by starting off the Long Walk. It's 3 miles down the Long Walk and 3 miles back. And me and my wife, we managed to do it in just over 2 hours. And it's such a great walk, such a great addition to Windsor. If you want to walk the dogs, take the kids, it's perfect. At the very end of the Long Walk is the statue of King George III on horseback, and he was known as the Mad King because they thought he was pretty mental, they thought he was mad. But in actual fact, he saw great advancements in his reign on the throne. He saw Captain Cook's voyage to the South Pacific, where he discovered Australia. He saw the Battle of Trafalgar. Well, he didn't actually see the Battle of Trafalgar, but he was reigning monarch then. He saw Duke of Wellington defeat Napoleon at the Battle of Waterloo. And the interesting fact about King George III was that he was the longest serving monarch before Queen Victoria. King George III died at the age of 59, and the Long Walk was planted, the trees on the Long Walk were planted by King Charles II, and at the end, which I will show you, there's a deer park on the other side of the Long Walk on the last half, and that was erected by the Duke of Edinburgh, Prince Philip. This interesting Gothic style building is the Duchess of Kent Royal Mausoleum, and in this mausoleum is the resting place of Her Majesty Queen Victoria and Prince Albert. It's just off the estate of Frogmore. Do the Long Walk. And he said, just ahead is the statue. He said, "Well, take a video when you're near the end, so I know you haven't got a taxi to the end." And that's inside the deer park, where there was loads of deers that day, and it's quite a climb up the hill, which we're going to show you, but the view around there is absolutely breathtaking. Zoom in or? So once after the climb up to George III, the camera pans down and looks down the Long Walk back towards Windsor Castle, and the Latin writing on the bottom of George III's statue reads, "The best of fathers." So we're heading back into the town now, and this is the wonky house, built in the 14th century. And just next to it is the shortest street in Britain, Charlotte Street, measuring at only 52 feet. This is the museum, very interesting museum, and it's also the building where Camilla and Charles got married.
Right, go on, let's go.
Now these are very interesting. With Jackson's Jolly History Walks, we are obsessed with post boxes. And this blue GR post box was the first airmail post box. And GR means George V. It's King George V. And this post box is very, very rare due to it being an airmail one. You don't see many of them around anymore. Next up is changing the guard. One of the many events that happen at Windsor. Usually happens on a Thursday and a Saturday. Next one is the Royal Gurkha Regiment leaving the Henry VIII gates at Windsor Castle, going off shift. And the star attraction of Windsor is Windsor Castle. It is the oldest inhabited royal palace in the world, the most oldest royal inhabited castle in the world. And the first Windsor Castle was built by William the Conqueror, or William the Bastard, and he built a series of castles surrounding London. You can talk, because I'm going to be to fend off the remaining over. Saxon invaders. And Windsor Castle only started out with just a round tower, which is not the original round tower, but it was put on a mound, a moat, and a bailey. And throughout the years, Windsor Castle has expanded and expanded. And this time the King Charles III was home, because if the royal standard is flying above the round tower, nice with all that means the monarchy is home. But if it's the Union flag that's on the tower, that means he's not in. But Windsor Castle is open all year round to visitors. It's a fantastic place to visit. You can visit the state apartments and St George's Chapel, which I'm going to show you shortly. It's got thousands of years worth of history, and it is just absolutely breathtaking once you get inside. This is the Royal State Apartments, and just where the camera's looking at, King Charles III was currently home over there. And you may recognise this from many TV broadcasts, for example, the wedding of Meghan and Harry and the funeral of Prince Philip. And as we exit the state apartments, you come across this very interesting post box, this King Edward VII Royal Mail wall box, which is the monarchy's own personal post box, and they use that. ER7 means Edward Rex 7. And we're just heading to St George's Chapel now. You can see where the old gates were, look. This chapel is St George's Chapel, located in Windsor Castle. And this chapel was established by King Edward III in the 14th century. The chapel has been the site of many royal weddings, including Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, and Beatrice and Jack Brookbanks. And it is the resting place for numerous kings and queens, including King Henry VIII, Jane Seymour, King George VI, and our late Queen Elizabeth II, and her husband Prince Philip, and also the Queen Mother. It is centuries old, this chapel, and it is so impressive inside. It is absolutely breathtaking when you look inside. It was queues were going back massively that day, because everyone wanted to get in. We're here at the Royal Shopping Centre of Windsor, which was an old disused Victorian railway station built in 1845 and renovated in 1897. And this was actually the railway station Queen Victoria used for her mode of transport to get to her castle, which is just behind us. This is an authentic, real-life Penfold post box designed by John Penfold in 1858. And this post box is one of the most finest examples you can actually find. It's got the initials VR, Royal Cipher Victoria, Queen Victoria, VR Victoria Regina. And there's only a handful of these that are still in existence. This is a proper authentic one. You can find lots of replicas, and the replicas are based around these Penfold post boxes, especially this one at the Windsor Royal Station. This is a very interesting replica. So as you know, if you're regular viewers at Jackson's Jolly History Walks, we are obsessed with steam trains and old-fashioned locomotives. This is a replica of the Queen, which was the royal train that pulled Queen Victoria's carriage in and out of Windsor, and it's located in the Royal Windsor Station. And you can go up to it and everything, take your pictures with it, and it's just fascinating to look at. It was put there by Madame Tussauds in the 1980s, and it is just a stunning replica of the Royal train. And you also can't help to notice this building here in the station was the actual waiting room that Queen Victoria used before she boarded her train. It's all original, but it's a pub now. I didn't go inside of it, but there's always a next time to go inside it. And to finish off the trip, a nice refreshing pint. Thank you so much for watching. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button or follow us on Instagram, Jackson's Jolly History Walks. There's going to be more stuff like this. It's not the best of videos, but there's always time to improve. So don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and leave a comment or a like, and don't forget to share and invite your friends to Jackson's Jolly History Walks. Thank you very much.